so much about Harley Quinn? No mystery there either.
Welcome to our episode of Byron Saturdays, and this way I decided to take a look at Scooby-Doo and Krypto 2. And I'll admit, this one gives me some mixed feelings. On one hand, they stick to the rather classical, Scooby-Doo formula, which is both a plus and a curse, in my opinion. On the plus side, it does mean you know what you're getting when you go into this movie. It's going to be very standard Scooby-Doo fare, which, makes it very digestible if you're very familiar with the franchise. On the other hand, it's kind of a curse because it means that a lot of the stuff that happens in this movie is very predictable and you can see coming from a mile away. Which means that the surprise twist isn't much of a surprise. I mean, I know they want to try and set up Luther to be sort of more of a joke character in this one at points, from telling his chauffeur/bodyguard to back off so he can do his sneering at the teens as they wander away at one point.
Do you want me to pull the car up?
Not now, Mercy. I'm sneering.
Or, Velma one-upping him by hacking into the Justice League's computers.
I meant to tell you this earlier. Ha! You think you can just hack into Justice League computers? Sweetheart, if that were possible, don't you think by now I, former President Lex Luthor, billionaire genius, would have...
I'm in, sweetheart.
And stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's Lex Luthor, a 10th level intellect. Like, if you're any way, shape, or form familiar with, the Justice League Unlimited stuff, Lex Luthor is one really smart dude, so then playing him up as sort of a comedic character that's not as bright as he likes to pretend he is, just doesn't really work. Honestly, the funniest bit about it might have been, when he introduces himself as the president, and the Scooby-Doo gang, he's like, what? I don't remember you being president. And the mayor's like, yeah, it's very short time in office, man. We just don't talk about it. Thankfully. I can only assume it's some sort of reference to like an alternate timeline or something, but who knows? Just trying to keep the various timelines of the DC universe, clear is probably a nightmare for anyone that isn't, a mega fan or something, considering you have multiple different branching universes that all have somewhat similar elements, but sometimes completely different elements altogether. In the words of Owlman, you could visit certain universes and spend an entire lifetime going crazy to find out what's different about them, and some are so alien from each other that you wouldn't even know where to begin. Of course, that's from a movie where Owlman's trying to blow up all of existence, so yeah, Owlman can be kind of crazy. Though I suppose there's certain versions of Batman where he's an actual vampire and kills people, so, it's all relative in the DC universe. But, yeah, it's not a bad movie if you're a Scooby-Doo fan, but at the same time, it just comes across as bland and rather forgettable in the grand scheme of things. At least for me. I mean, I guess I'm not hardcore enough to just enjoy a good Scooby-Doo movie anymore. Or maybe I just like it when they do the more dumb fun stuff with wrestlers. Until next time, then. See ya.
Like it is a projection, see? Projections don't do that!